Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om. After the 9 identities, we were discussing about ourselves to be spiritual. We were talking about 5 very essential sources of every strength, energy, guidance, inspiration, empowerment we require are first our Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Shastras. Full Shraddha in them. Then who will teach those things to us? Who will clarify the doubts? Are our own acharyas, gurus who come to us in our life through Guru Parampara, starting from the Guru Tattva, which is the expression of the Paramatma himself. But for studying Shastras with the Guru, at all our faculties level, we have to be intact. We have to have all our abilities stable. That is why the entire Devata Gana who manage the outer inner world, Adhisthana Devata, our pranams to them, gratitudes to them, upasanas to them, like Swastina Indro, Vruddhashrava, ityadi, we have to continuously do so that no faculty of ours is in problem or trouble, disturbing our main pursuit. Third one. Second one is the Ishvara himself, whose play is this entire world, whose grace alone makes every jiva liberated. That Ishvara's smarana, upasana, prarthana for only one thing of moksha. In fact, that is the thing, that is the main thing without missing. Continuously we have to do. Finally, the final goal, the Parabrahma Tattva. Smarana of that Parabrahma, Anusandhana with that Parambrahma, so too the Prarthana to that Parambrahma. Smarana, Anusandhana are more. Smarana as it is the goal, Anusandhana that it is a me. Then Prarthana again to strengthen our desire to establish in that goal. When these 5 sources, resources also, and we keep on holding, the 9 seekers in us will be, 9 identities as a seeker will be intact, and the journey spiritual will be assured and smoother, definitely will reach towards the goal. So having said so, before we start Upanishad, just not many, 2-3 minutes, one small thought, even less than that is what. Just like when we were in the samsara dasha, or anyone who is in samsara, how that person or we were able to continuously, constantly maintain that samsarika jivana is because of this thing called as we were, and everyone, every such samsari is very strong in some opinions, some what do you call as technically called as the decisions or the nishchayas. some strong nishchayas are there, holding on to which they are able to continue the samsara. The nishchayas, again, as we just now saw, regarding their identity, their nishchayas with regard to the people around, their nishchaya regarding the world and the relation with the world. Some form nishchayas are there, because of which this journey of this samsara goes on happening. Variety. Each one, what are those nishchayas? Each one have their own. You can think variety of the nishchayas at different levels. That is sustaining us into the samsara. Isn't it? As we said now, the professional nishchayas are there, or the national nishchayas are there, religious nishchayas we take up, sometimes the caste and creed nishchaya, isn't it? Then nishchaya regarding the source of sukha. So many things, whether that nishchaya is authentic or not, well thought of or not, our own or it is borrowed or stolen from others or not, whatever it may be, but we all live some decisions, some firm convictions. Today's thought is what? Even for our spiritual growth, we attentive, having studied Shastras sufficiently, maybe few years as we are doing, with the help of the knowledge gained from the Shastras, we have to have some nishchayas, strong nishchayas, stubborn nishchayas, but positive, authentic, so that they keep us on the path continuously, in spite of any inner outer pushes and pulls or weaknesses, etc. As said in Bhagavad Gita, the three types of Vyaktitwas, chapter 4 में बताते भगवान ना. One is what? Ignorance. Second is what? Not having faith. Third one is what? Full of doubts. Think about it, little cool. Just 1-2 minutes we spend here. When the knowledge is formed in us, jnana hai, theoretical, practical, experiential, no need of faith or shraddha, then those samshaya will be there. Now, Shriyante, Chidyante, Sarva Samshaya, for any knowledgeable person. Suppose if there is no jnanam, knowledge, so we are ajna, then what is to be done then for an ajnani to be on the good path of dharma or punya or even adhyatmika? It is only the shraddha. No, jnana is not there, shraddha is not there. And third thing which should not be there is there, mano, called as samshaya. Now, Bhagavan clearly says, Ajnani and Ashraddhalu suffer in life, but less is their suffering. Bhashyakara says here very clearly. But the one who is Samshayatma, he too will definitely perish only. Ajnascha, Ashraddhadanascha, Samshayatma. Three of them vinashyati. But specially for the Samshayatma, it is said, Nayam lokosti naparaha na sukham samshayatmanaha. Neither this loka, nor the other loka, nor anywhere there will be happiness to a samshayatma. Now, this is what in Gita, that sloka. From that, what we are understanding is how much ever we are exposing to the study of Shastra. That won't give us reality. What gives us reality is our sadhana only. And what makes us continuously, consistently do sadhana, in spite of any of the odds, inner and outer, are, is our the samshaya rahita nishchaya sthiti. The opposite of samshaya is nishchaya. Like in any of the two people's relation also, as long as there is Shraddha and Nishchaya, undoubtedly they go on meeting with each other, talking to each other, helping each other, living life beautifully. The moment little samshaya comes, every of that beautiful relational building gets collapsed. Life becomes impossible to stay together. Therefore, samshaya is such a terrible thing. You and I may not be having the samshayas, but we may not be having the sufficient nishchayas also, because of which we are not empowered from within to take the initiatives undertakings. Isn't it? Yesterday, Sri Rama, Dasharatha, the story. The samshayas were there in Dasharatha regarding so many things. Rakshasas are powerful, Rama is very young, he can't fight, etc. And he just took Vishwamitraji. He respected, revered, did great stuti, but still, overpowered by his attachment to Rama, he had samshaya. Then what did Vasishtaji do? Told the greatness of Dasharatha and Rama as well as Vishwamitra and said, what was the final thought? The example of Agni and Amrita. When the Amrita is protected from Agni around, nobody can attack it or take it away. In the same way, when the Vishwamitra Agni is there around Rama Amrita, no Rakshasa or anybody can even dare to touch him. So that brings Nishchaya to Dasharath ji. Then he calls, Chalo bhejte hai Ram ji ko. So today's thought for us is what? Some Nishchayas, very firm and strong, unshaken, we have to have for our spiritual sadhanas. Purely spiritually talking, Brahma Satyam, this Nishchaya. Jagat Mithya, this Nishchaya. Brahma Prapti alone gives the moksha, this is Nishchaya. That is obtained by me only by my sadhana. This is the Nishchaya. Shruti Mata alone will guide. This is the Nishchaya. Guru alone can teach me. This is the Nishchaya. I must surrender to that Guru. Nishchaya. All these things we frequently listen, and we definitely have in each of them somewhat respect feeling, but not Nishchayatmika. It is very, very superficial or shaky. Not a superficial shaky, but Nishchayatmakata in all of them. You understood? For example, if you are Nishchaya about the Brahma being Satya, then our Jignasa for Brahman should be continuously maintained. If our Nishchaya that Jagat is Mithya is strong, then Paripurna Vairagya should be there for the Jagat. डू वी हैव द वैराग्य? नहीं है. इसका अर्थ पूरा निश्चय नहीं है कि जगत मिथ्या है. So to the Brahma Prapti is a moksha hetu. That Nishchaya is there means our study of Shastra is not firm in that regard. Therefore, we have to study Shastra to come to that Nishchaya. In the same way, the Nishchaya that Guru alone can guide us. And most important is what? I alone have to do my sadhana to realize my moksha. If this Nishchaya is not there, I keep on postponing it. I look for the help outside, not doing anything from my side. But a person who is Nishchaya, I have to be moving ahead in my own sadhana by my efforts. If this Nishchaya is there, he will not be compromising, he will not be lazy, he will not be justifying, he will not give excuses. Like if you have the Nishchaya that let me go to the Upanishad classes. Please remember in our classes, the Shastra and the subject of the Shastra, the Moksha Jnana, Tattva Jnana, they are important along with Guru Parampara, not the speaker, not the listener. Subject is important, Shastra is important. If you have that Nishchaya कि मुझे उपनिषद पढ़कर तत्व ज्ञान को दृढ़ बनाना है, Will you miss the class even one? If you don't have the nischaya, nobody can call you to class. Even God cannot. God can organize classes. 6,400 classes He made. But if you don't have the nischaya, the other nischaya, if you have, I will never attend the class. You will not. Why will Bhagavan force? But if you have nischaya, I will not miss even one class. Even Bhagavan will not stop. So, like that, the nischaya regarding our daily routine schedule, nischaya regarding our how to deal with the things, beings, situations. In this, the nischaya is all these dealings will be one according to dharma. Second, they will not disturb my antakarana. You understand? So this way, some 10, 12 nischayas we have to make in our life and follow them without compromising. Positive form decisions, nischayas, convictions, and stick to them. That is the meaning of nischaya. Isn't it? Like habitual nischayas we have of some teas or coffees or the breakfast or TVs or reading the newspaper or scrupulously following some WhatsApps or statuses. Everyone made some nischaya that they just stick to it. I'm just giving ideas. Same way, unless we have some nischayas and uncompromisingly we follow, we can never proceed. In spiritual sadhana, in spite of all the information gathered through study of Shastras and all resources that are there with us and full freedom is with us, yet we won't move ahead. Just like in samsara. If you want to make a house, if you take nischaya, you will make. If you want to start a business, निश्चय बनाया तो business चलता रहेगा. If you want to have a friendship, someone निश्चय कर ली, then हो जाता है. Like शादी में भी. In South it's called as निश्चितार्थम. The ring ceremony. Isn't it? That is the निश्चय हो गया. Now these two will be couple. That's the muhurta where the marriage will be done from then on. निश्चितार्थम कहते हैं उसको. है ना? So too in the politics also. Nishchaya. We all give vote, select that particular party. Then they take the oath. It's a nishchaya that we are going to serve the nation state as we are selected. Oath they do. But if they remember the oath continuously, then will they not serve? So to every of us, the government servants who are, they have to do the nishchayatmaka signature. Then only they are given that seat to sit and work. In any of the even private firms, वो signature रहता है bond की तरह कि I will serve this firm with full honesty, loyalty, etc. Hundreds of examples we have given. So in our life also, which are the nishchayas to which we are sticking, not as per convenience, but by making it convenient. I made one nischaya that till the last moment, till the energy is there, I will do my swadhyaya and satsang. That is my nischaya. Then some of the sadhanas we can come what may, let me not leave them. Isn't it? So too, nischaya towards the selected guru and bhakti. Nischaya of our Ishta Devata. And nischaya of these respective upasanas. और छोड़ना नहीं. That alone is the one which, empowers from within, makes us move ahead. We can see the transformation that is happening in us. Just like anything in the world also. Even the terrorist organizations, they flourish because they are nishchayatmika. The business people, they grow by wrong means because निश्चय कर ली कि हम ऐसे ही करेंगे. रिश्वत लेने वाले का अपना निश्चय, घोटाले वाले का अपना निश्चय, कुछ भी हो जाए. Some people take निश्चय कि we have to be in the power. We, no matter which party we get alliance with, whoever are in the winning side, हम उससे, उनका वो निश्चय है. So they're always on the wall. Whichever party wins, they jump to that side. That is their nishchaya. Accordingly, they are getting that benefit. So homework. What are the nishchayas we are having in our life and following? Spiritually grow होने के लिए. So having said that, now we'll spend 2 minutes in our prarthanas like every day. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Sarvopaplavarahitah Prajnanaghanah Pratyagarthah Brahmaivahamasmi Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि. सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां. यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. आब्रह्मलोकादाशेषात् आलोकालोकपर्वतात् ये वसन्ति द्विजा देवाः तेभ्यो नित्यं नमो नमः. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः. ओम श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः. ऋषिभ्यो नमः. मुनिभ्यो नमः. गुरुभ्यो नमः. देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री श्वेताश्वतर महर्षये नमः. वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः. आद्य शंकर महर्षये नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण श्वेताश्वतरो उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अतिशीघ्रगतिना अवाप्तिद्वारा मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः भक्ति योग वेदांतादि समस्त मोक्ष प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां संस्थानाम् आश्रमाणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्तानां साधकानां शिष्याणां सेवकानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन प्रेरणा उत्साह प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः पारायणं श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य स्वामिनः भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Friends, we have done prarthanas, sankalpas, and some thought before that. Now, 1 or 2 minutes, what we study before every of the Upanishads is the purpose of the Adhyanam of the Upanishad is, to be precise, straight away, is to be in touch with the truth, to be in touch with the reality, to be in touch with the moksha marga. Minus the study of the Upanishads, we will never be able to realize, recognize the actual purpose of life. Then, in that ignorance, we get deluded, confused, in which we take something else to be the purpose of life, which is not real. And involving in that, we get lost for days together, months together, years together, and lives together. भटकते ही रहते हैं. They give the example of the rudderless ship in the ocean. Just gets tossed up and down, left and right, front and back. The only final destination of that boat is it gets drowned, if not today, tomorrow. But then, if the ship or the boat has got the rudder, the rider in it, it will be sailing through all those odds and reaches to the shores. Same way, study of the Shastra Upanishads makes our life like a boatman travel the life in such a manner that we reach to the safe shores of realization or moksha. That is why the Shastras are given to us by the Lord Himself. Among the Shastras, the Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Itihasa, Smriti, Purana, Itihasa, all of them have the final authority in the Shruti only, the Vedas. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. Generally, these Vedas give the means for all four Purusharthas of Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha. Among them, the Vedanta Granthas, which we call them as the Upanishads or the Veda Shirshikas, they talk only about the Moksha Purushartha. So, you and I are taking up the study of this Moksha Purushartha guiding the Vedanta Shastras, that is the Upanishad Shastras. Then, actually, for the study of Upanishads, the staying in the ashrama with the Guru, taking Diksha from the Guru, before that, systematically reaching that Guru, before that, sufficiently gaining the sadhana chatushte sampada, before that, properly living the life in the world outside with full dharma. These are all essential things. Spirituality is not an erratic thing, just like that. We do something, something will happen. No. Just like in the world, no thing happens without following the systematic rules, scientific rules, very well chalked out to be done rules, like the electricity, right from its generation at the turbine level up to its glowing the bulb in the filament. Everywhere there is system, and all of that is followed. That's why the bulb is glowing, the fan is moving. So too in any industry, any machinery, thousands of parts are there in it. Every one of them are systematically tuned to each other and to the entire thing. That is why that machine works. Somewhere little problem doesn't work. Isn't it? If a flight is flying, if the train is moving, car is traveling, how many hundreds of things are there in it properly systematically lined up? The hardware aspect of it. And then driver in it. How systematic he has to be in maintaining, controlling all those apparatus, all those accelerators, brakes, clutches, gears, steerings, etc. Isn't it everywhere? In spirituality also. First, we have to live life of dharma. Second, we have to live life sometime of the seva. Third, we have to live sometime the life of upasana. With these three lived for a sufficient time, then these sadhana chatushte sampada, knowingly we have to practice. The viveka aspect of it, intellect is awakened to think which is nitya, anitya, satya, asatya. Then the vairagya aspect of it, effortless weaning away from that which is anitya and asatya. Then the aspects of managing our faculties, mastery over them. Control is a little negative word, but let us use that only which is familiar. More than control, we can call it mastery, not even management. Of what faculties? The mind. It is called Shama. The senses, it is called as Dhamma. Then such a beautiful control again in our own behavior, that if something is required, definitely with full zeal we are involving. When not required, 100% effortlessly, without guilt, regret, we are withdrawing from that unwanted thing. This is called technically uparati. Then the fourth quality is very essential, wherein we know this is the goal, we are walking in that path. Then we know for certain that we are not an individual alone in the world, totality is there, and we are not what we are, just what we are now. We are the product of all the past. Because of this, many things happen in our life, unexpected, uncertain things. To every one of them, able to withstand smilingly, focusing on the travel to be done toward the goal to be reached. That ability is called titiksha. Isn't it? Again, I am repeating, living the life of dharma sufficiently, living the life of seva, little higher than dharma sufficiently, living the life of upasana, little higher than the seva, having lived like that, then this sadhana chatushte sampada. In that, first one is the viveka, awakening intellect, thinking what is real and what is unreal, permanent and impermanent. Having known Paramatma alone is permanent, real, the impermanent, unreal, towards that, the disinterestedness called as vairagya. We have to have. Then only our journey will be smoother. Isn't it? Like you have gone for a picnic. No, when will you enjoy your picnic? From the time of you started your whole journey and the place you reached? Only when you are free from your clutches to your own the place where you have left. तो फ्रेंड्स के साथ पिकनिक में जा रहे हो. अब नो family, wife or husband or children or in-laws, outlaws, to all of them you have raga, and every 2 minutes they are calling you, you are calling them. Can you enjoy your picnic journey and all? You have to have vairagya. Just I am giving an example. The heart of the Vairagi in enjoying this picnic, and the heart of the fellow who is every moment again worried, concerned, it will be totally different. No, वो एक मिनट में एंजॉय नहीं करेगा. ये बंदा जिसको वैराग है हर मिनट एंजॉय करेगा. Like right now in the class, if you are vairagi while sitting in the class, about the word, every sentence you will listen, understand, and all. If not, you will remember that more than this. So simple logic, vairagya. Then we talked about the hold over the faculties as well as the happenings, as well as our own inner preparations. Faculties के ऊपर hold is shama and dama. The inner faculties antakarana holding is shama. The outer faculties of jnana karmendriyas control master is called dama. Then the control over the happenings is what? Uparati and titiksha. Where naturally we are withdrawn from the things which we have already understood not required. So too, the other thing is mastery over the happenings are what happens at what time, from what side, we don't know. And here the body can go through different modifications, diseases. The atmosphere can be of any sort, isn't it? It can be what do you call imbalanced, intolerable. गर्मियाँ बढ़ेंगे, सर्दियाँ बढ़ेंगे, बारिश होएगा, स्नोफॉल होएगा, डस्ट विल बी देयर, विंड स्टॉर्म विल बी देयर, साइक्लोन विल बी देयर. वी डोंट नो. तितिक्षा होना चाहिए उसके लिए. किसी को चांस दोगे तो बाकी सब भी सर पे बैठते. Like Indian system, even caste you give reservation, everybody will ask, vichitra, isn't it? So to one thing, if you succumb, all other will attack us. That is one titiksha. From the situations we are telling, from the body we spoke. Again, from the people, it is a Guru himself may scold us. The co-students, we may have quarrel with them, misunderstandings. No, if we don't have titiksha, then we say, मेरे से नहीं होगा, मैं भाग जाता हूँ. Isn't it? Because of absence of titiksha only, we go away from our gurus, our friends, etc. छोटे छोटे प्रॉब्लम्स को लेकर we become intolerant and go away. Isn't it? So too from within also. So many inabilities are there which you have to convert into abilities. So too, so much of the prarabdhas are there which will don't allow us to focus on the goal. But if you don't have the patience, forbearance, titiksha, you say, मेरा field नहीं है, मेरे से नहीं हो सकता. I have tried Swamiji to be with you. Honestly, I tell you, I couldn't. I am saying bye now. Like you go to Vaishno Devi, 14 kilometers you have to climb. अब 12 चढ़ा है, अब 2 ही बचे हैं. और तितिक्षा नहीं है तो अब मेरे से नहीं होगा, यही रहता हूँ मैं. But those who have titisha, कुछ भी करके, even slowly, steadily, one by one step they travel, they reach to the feet of Mother. Isn't it? These are all essential. Then the inner thing, outer things के बाद क्या है? Inner two things. The faculty related are shamadama. The situation related are uparati titiksha. The inner our own preparations are shraddha and samadhana. Isn't it? How much shraddha we have to have on ourselves, on the goal chosen, on the guru, on the path, etc. And this shraddha expresses as samadhanam. Samadhanam is other than the goal and means, we are not thinking anything else. Samadhanam, like the youngster when he had to get the job. All the time he is only thinking about where to apply, where will be the interview, how to prepare for it. Thinking, isn't it, for the parents when they have to get their child married? All the time they look into matrimonials or contact Panditji. Only match fixing their mind is in. So that politicians before elections, only one thing. चौबीसों घंटे manifesto preparation, doing prachara, somehow getting the votes, samadhanam. You just think about it, samyak adhanam. Fully our faculties are focused on that nature. So these are all the six things. Shraddha Samadhanam is very, very, very important. I am not explaining all these six things to you with the shlokas that are given to us in Viveka Chudamani and other texts. It will be a big subject. We have done sufficiently those exercises in our study of other Upanishads in the beginning. Like what is Viveka? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithyeti Evam Rupo Vinishchayah Soyam Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka Pariganyate. What is Vairagya? Tadvairagyam Jihasaya Darshana Shravana Devi Dehadi Brahma Pariyante Yanitye Bhoga Vastuni. What is Shama? Virajya Vishaya Vratat Dosha Drishtya Muhurmuhu Swalakshe Niyatavasta Manasastama Uchyate. What is Dama? Vahyana Lambanam Vrittehe. Nahi. Uh, mm, mm, विषयेभ्यः परावर्त्य स्थापनं स्वस्वगोलके उभयेषामिन्द्रियाणां सदमपरिकीर्तितः बाह्यानालम्बनं वृत्तेः एषोपरतिरुत्तमा then शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तुपलभ्यते. See, that is called Shraddha. सहनं सर्वदुःखानाम् अप्रतीकारपूर्वकं चिन्ताविलापरहितं सातिदीक्षा निगद्यते. सर्वदा स्थापनं बुद्धेः शुद्धे ब्रह्मणि सर्वदा तत्समाधानमित्युक्तं न तु चित्तस्य लालनं. Six of them. Then mumukshita. अहङ्कारादिदेहान्तान् बन्धान् अज्ञानकल्पितान् स्वस्वरूपावबोधेन मोक्तुमिच्छा मुमुक्षुता. Mumukshita. So definitions with shlokas. I'm not explaining, but the meaning is being conveyed. So in this way, Viveka Vairagya, Samadhi Shatka Sampada, and the strong desire that I just want to come out of all limitations and experience my infinitude. With this punji, with this investment, with this bank balance, that we have to go to the Guru. And going to the Guru, as guided in Gita, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Umadekshanti De Jnanam Jnaninastattva Darshinaha. Or in our Mundaka Upanishad. परीक्षलोकान् कर्मचितान् ब्राह्मणः निर्वेदमायान्नास्त्य कृतकृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छेत् समित्पाणिः श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम्. परीक्षलोकान् कर्मचितान् ब्राह्मणः निर्वेदमायान्नास्त्य कृतकृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छेत् समित्पाणिः Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. In every life we attend for all of them. But in the attempts, we are at the very grossest level. In each life, we become refined in these attempts. And in that final life, where all these become fully refined, there everything happens systematically, right from beginning. That will be the life where the sadhana chatushtaya sampada at the brim pakka level, going to the Guru is as per the system and requirement. Surrendering to the Guru is full complete. Guru given tests or Guru given trainings are fully healthily received, practiced and proved that we are worthy. And when the Guru asks or gives a chance, we ask for the best of the question about moksha only. Then the Guru, with full love, kindness, compassion, he teaches, we learn. He gives sadhanas, we do, and we reach out. Final life. But in every life, like in everyday class, you are coming. But not with the preparation, refined preparation to grasp. But every day it is getting refined. When the refinement is at the peak level, as the knowledge is given, so it is taken without any obstruction. So this is how a person becomes spiritual and spiritually grown up. Clear? We have to remember this as frequently as possible, because these basics, when we neglect, how much ever we try the higher sadhanas, it will be only trial, never will be a success. Such you and I, in the heart, feeling the importance of the sadhana chatushtaya sampada, trying to gain them more and more, then let us study the shastra and see how much we can grasp. So too, let us try to do the sadhana, see how much we can do, and in this life, how much we can at least take an initiative of putting the efforts. And who knows, the grace is more and our prarthanas are more, efforts are more. We may have the glimpse of that experience also. Okay. Now, after studying few Upanishads, 8 of them, we are starting our ninth Upanishad, Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Okay. More details we'll work out on them tomorrow. What one or two things we say today are: one, this Upanishad is from Krishna Yajurveda, like the Taittiriya Upanishad. These are also Krishna Yajurveda Antargata Upanishad. Krishna Yajurveda is the Vaishampayana Parampara. Shukla Yajurveda is Yagnavalkya Parampara. Okay, Yagnavalkya was the Shishya of Vaishampayanaji only, but because of that thing, Guru becomes angry, tells him go, leaving all this Taittiriya Shaka Jnanam, he gives it. So that left out is called as Krishna Yajurveda. Then Yagnavalkya goes and learns from Bhagavan Surya the Shukla Yajurveda. Okay? So this is Krishna Yajurveda Antargata Upanishad. All Upanishads are from one or the other Veda. Then the Rishi of this Upanishad is Shwethashwathara Rishi. Therefore, on the name of the Rishi only this Upanishad is there. Right? Some of them, like Mandukya Upanishad, also on the name of the Guru, Manduka Rishi. Even the Mundaka also, the Mundaka Rishi is there. He has given us that it is said. Then the Kataka Rishi is Kata Bhag ke Karan, that name. Ishavasya is because the first word of the Upanishad is Ishavasya. So Kena also is the first word is Kena, therefore it's called Kena Upanishad. Then Prashna ke Karan, Prashna Upanishad. So the names of the Upanishads because of different reasons. So Brahadharanya mein hota hai, isliye se Brahadharanya Upanishad. Now here the Shwethashwathara Rishi has given to us. It has got 113 or 119 or either of these two. I have to calculate number of mantras for us to study with a Bhashyam. This is what is next thing we have to listen today. Then all these Upanishadic mantras are in 6 chapters, 6 adhyayas. Like we have 6 prashnas in Prashna Upanishad, 6 vallis in our Katha Upanishad, and 6 khandas in the Mundaka Upanishad in 3 mundakas. Isn't it? Che. So here also it is the 6 adhyayas that are there. Third one. What is each adhyaya containing? First adhyaya is the Srushti Karana discussion is done by the Brahmavadin, Rishis and all. They come to discover the Ishvara Shakti is the cause of the Srushti and Ishvara is beyond and all. Then the second one, the Ishvara recognizing that Paramatma is the moksha. That is our second. So what is there in each of the adhyaya? Tomorrow we will see. With that we begin our study of this Upanishad. One or two specialities of this Upanishad, for the reason of which मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है Upanishad is two things. One is the shlokas and meanings are not very as deep or complicated as the Upanishads like Aitareya or even the Mandukya. है ना? यहाँ थोड़ा ना simple होता है. One reason. 3 reasons I'll tell you. Second reason is what? This Upanishad is so interesting कि इसमें your Vedanta is there, yoga is there, pranayama is there, kundalini yoga is there, the bhakti shastra is so much is there in it, Sankhya Shastra is there in that. Karma Yoga also told. Importance of Upasana is told. Importance of Yajnas are also told. Even the Japa Sadhana is also told. Saguna Sakara Upasana is told. Nirguna Nirakara Dhyana is told. Very funny. Everything is contained in this Upanishad. All of them. And you and I, because we know all these are required to be done in the beginning, only at the peak level, one by one we drop, only hold on to Ekameva Advayam Brahman Eha Nanasti Kinchana. But before reaching that, depending on what do we stand, we need to follow all other sadhanas. No, this Upanishad that way, सबको मिलाकर हमको साधना बता दे. Just like Gita. Gita is Moksha Shastra. Moksha is only through Jnanam. But that can't be without bhakti, therefore bhakti should come. That can't be without karma, therefore karma yoga should come. This is the second point of this Upanishad. Simplicity, all inclusiveness. Third one for which I like this Upanishad is what Shankara Bhagavan ji in his Bhashya lavishly he has given quotations of Shruti, Smruti, Purana, Itihasa, so much that more than half of the text is only quotations, authority of the other Shastra. And that's why if this Upanishad is studied, we get parichayam with all other Upanishads also, all other Shruti, Smruti, Purana Granthas. Even Purana, Smruti, kya quote karte hai. If at all anywhere else, if he has quoted more than this Upanishad is, I feel it is in a Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashya. And for your inspiration or fear, I don't know. For me, though, it's an inspiration. 51 pages will be only Sambandha Bhashya. Then only the first mantra of the first Adhyaya starts. 51 pages. तो हमको दिन में 3 पेज भी पढ़ ले 15 days will be doing the Sambandha Bhashya only now. In that obviously the question by the Purva Pakshi, ज्ञान कर्म समुच्चयवाद, मोक्ष के लिए ज्ञान ही है ये प्रूव करना, क्या क्या कोट करते जाते हैं बाप रे. I am really thoroughly it's a joy to me to just chant only those quotations because there are Shruti Mata mantras, Smriti and Purana. This much he has done only in Vishnu Sahasranam. So these are the three reasons for which this Shwethashwathara Upanishad becomes liked by me. Everyone will have their own fascinating reasons, etc. So the 6 chapters are there. Let us tomorrow we come. What are there in each of the chapter? 5-10 minutes we will see. Then we begin with Bhagavan Shri Adi Shankara's Sambandha Bhashya Avatarika Ityadi. Once that is done for a couple of weeks, maybe 10 days or 1 week, then the first mantra Kim Karanam Brahma Kutasvajatah Jivamakena Kvacha Sampradishta. See, such a nice tune. In the tune, it is the whole Upanishad is. The chanting also will be easier. Hum karenge parayana. Then, becoming familiar with the mantras, the mantras of these Upanishads are like the Purana mantras only, easily to chant. Not like the Mandukya. Nanta pragnam, na vaish pragnam, no vayata pragnam, na prajnanaganam. Or Mundaka Upanishad, Yatadadreshyavagrakhya magotra malavarnam achakshushrotram tadapanima. Or like Ishavasya, Savarega Chukra Makaya Maguranam Asnaviragam Shuddham Apamaidam Kavir Manishi Paribu Swayambhuhu. Know how many big things that are said. These Upanishads is easier even to remember also. So, what is your homework? My homework is pray to Shwethashwathara Rishi, pray to Adi Shankara Bhagwan, pray to all the acharyas of this particular Upanishad, pray to all the Rishimuni Guru Gana, pray to all the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Shastra and our Ishta Devatas and come tomorrow with prepared mind to study the Upanishad systematically. So, we'll conclude today. Om, Om, Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Param Brahmane Shruti Matre Om Tat Sat Brahmarmanamastu. Om 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 Om. Bring your friends tomorrow. Let us enjoy studying this Upanishad together. Yeah, join in 5 minutes.